Já vás vítám dalšího dílu na hru Horizon Zero Dawn a teď už se nacházíme...
My focus is picking up some kind of signal.
Přesně, u Tolneka. Takže tady Aloy vlastně nám řekla, že tady má nějaký signál poblíž. A jsme vlastně tady v té části mapy. Máme tady docela málo informací, takže když si tady odemkneme tady toho Tolneka, tak to tady všechno doplníme a tak. A tady vlastně máme potom další hlavní úkol, na který se teď hned pustíme. Hned jak doděláme toho Tolneka a jak se to jmenuje. Takže hluboké tajemství země. Aloy prozkoumává prastaré ruiny pod Citadelou a odhalila neuvěřitelnou pravdu o projektu Nový úsvit neboli Zero Dawn. Tak. Takže půjdeme na toho Tolneka, ale je tady docela dost podpor, tak doufám, že na sebe nějak moc neupozorním. Jo, vás tady ale fakt jako hodně. Ty vole, tamhle.
Made it. Now to climb up to its head.
Tak, super. Tak, super. Ne, hlavně nalézt pod nohy. Tak a teď se teda podíváme na... Ježišmarja, co je? Takovýhle pixelíčky úplně nechci, jo? Tak, půjdeme sem. Počkám, my už máme neomezený rychlý cestování. Je to možný? Asi jo? Tak a půjdeme na ten hlavní úkol. To, co vy tady děláte na tom? OK. Tak, kudy, jo?
Keep that for later.
Vypadá to tady jako docela zajímavě.
Sunfall. Mad King Duran's summer palace. A bulwark of Carja might against the howling Forbidden West.
Thanks for the history lesson.
But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this, Aloy.
That's what I'm hoping.
Já jsem radši slezl, protože se to nějak začalo sekat, nevím proč. No, už zase. Asi jak jdeme do toho města, tak se to prostě tady začne sekat. Jak je tady víc lidí, víc pohybu, zvěře, všechno možného. Jo, tady ještě cvičíte vojáky, no tak to bude ještě lepší. Ach jo. Tady si pořídíte Horizon Zero Dawn na PCčko. Mám to na full detaily všechno. Jako v okolí je to OK, ale prostě tady v těch městech je to docela záhul.
The Sun Ring, a proud tradition of Carja.
It's not like this in Meridian. At least.
Give them time. I'm sure they miss it.
To je super na to koukat, když to zrovna neútočí na mě.
Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful.
What are you talking about? Did I crash the...
Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy.
Stay vigilant.
I'll check back with you in a moment. Meantime, circulate.
Outlanders! If you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here. Filthy mercenary bottom feeders.
I'll take the shards, even if it means having to listen to Bahavas.
I hear the Shadow Carja are looking for one of their own. Should pay well.
No, vy jste taky takový jako jebnutý. Chodíte do zdi a teda.
By the glory of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King, the light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law!
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair. You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside. I'll be waiting.
Kind of busy.
We both know you're no killer for hire. Uthid is innocent. So come see me while there's still time to save him.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the sun ring from on high.
Well, the Kestrels.
Ah,
Tak
they
jo, co
want
tady
us
máme
to
za
see
úkoly?
this, boy. It makes
The
quite an
balustrade.
impression.
It's a short drop from there.
Tak, kam teď? Dolů? Jste si jistý? Jo, je to dolů, dobře.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Počkej. Takže když sem vstoupíme, tak už teďko jako... Ne. Teď jsme teprve na začátku, tyhle, tady toho. Jako není konec, samozřejmě, že není konec, jo. Ale... Máme teprve půlku stromu dovedností a... Máme tady ještě docela velkou mapu, hodně věcí tu je a tak. Já si myslím, že to bude asi v pohodě. A nevím, jestli to máme udělat dneska, nebo tady potom máme ještě další kus. No, tak to uděláme.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Snowback here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated you. See, by now
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Jo, tak tady to ještě není úplně takový to velký finále úkol a teda.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
Oh.
A smaller room.
Proč ne? Nějaké občerstvení by tady mohlo být. Tak, budeme hezky dál.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down, the entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it. Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Ajajaj. Máme tady, kudy se máme teda dostat? Tady je několik možností. Počkej. OK.
Want to discuss? Oof. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bubble serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Whoa!
It ate a
We're too close to electronic crypto stars now. data points. What did they contain?
Tak jo, teď se tady pořádně teda rozkoukáme. Teď já jsem stál tady a ten voják stál taky tady ze začátku. A on mě neviděl, že tady stojím? Já si myslel, že to není průhledný a ono to je průhledný jako kráva. OK, umělá inteligence, co? No probléma. Tak, ale co je tady nahoře? Tady je žebřík. Nějaká truhla. Má jenom nějaký bezvýznamný nějaký loot. Já jsem zapomněl, že já nemám ten. Ten plachtící hajzl, tyjo, z Forbidden West, tyjo, ten. To je nejlepší si zahrát opravdu Zero Dawn a teprve až potom Forbidden West, protože potom mám takový zlozvyky.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge...
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world, and most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
OK, tady jdeme za dalšíma informacema. Tady jsou samý ty zvukový záznamy.
Alert. Medical wing inaccessible.
Co pak tady máme hezkýho? Vyplavené pouta? Aha. OK. A tady je co? Asi nic. Tak jo, tak půjdeme dál.
Intruder! Get her!
Okay.
Whatever you do, don't die now.
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't... We haven't exactly proved ourselves. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere... It's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no... But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then... nothing.
Ježišmarja. Já jsem si chtěl taky vypůjčit tu jejich zbraň. To je taková jakože... Super. Mohla by být super rychlá a efektivní.
Intruder! Get her! Get over
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Not a warning.
No a je to ne. Co se to přece dělá?
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day,
I've done this before.
I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budgets.
Tak, tam asi nemůžu. Je tady někde ještě něco? Asi už ne.
Save these for the trail. Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Oh my god. OK, tak co teď? Už to vidím.
Maybe there's a storage area nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Tak, počkej. Já se na to podívám teda. Jak to teda má být? Otočit doprava. Tak a tady ten doprava. Tak super, jo, ono to jde od zhora a ten první začíná se odleva doprava. Takže tady... Počkej. Nepotřebujeme připojit i tohle nějak? Nějakým způsobem? Tak, musím zapnout tu druhou kombinaci. Akorát nevím, kde se to dělá. Asi budu muset i tamhle.
Found one. Looks intact.
Je takhle. Ne! Já vím, ty truhle asi nebude úplně nic zajímavého, ale... Když už jsme tady... Tak, on tady chyběl ten... Chyběla tady součástka. Tak a je to vzhůru nohama, takže tady to má jít dolů. Tady to teda doleva. Tady to nahoře už je. tam to půjde doprava. A tam to půjde dolů.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Heard something. Fear the power of the shadow. Don't let him sneak away! You can't! Get ready for the
Area inaccessible. Elevators non-operational. Stairwells have collapsed.
No tak co ještě uděláš? To z kopičiny. Ne. Doprčit. Hej Lloyd, no tak vystřel. Tak super.
That's better.
To me! Let's take her down! I will teach you to believe.
Nic to nevidím, ale...
Try to run.
That's the last of them.
Alert. H-lock structural failure. Repeat.
Or not.
We're under attack.
Alert. Structural failure prevents access.
Fools!
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Tak jo, bychom teda měli.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Ale čekal jsem, že to tady bude jako nějaký těžký nebo něco, ale... O, to není zase tak těžký tady to. To jako... Když jsem hrál Forbidden West, jo, tak ty... dinosauři... Tyjo, už nevím který, jak se jmenoval, tyjo. A možná budete vědět, ten co střílí plazmu a vypadá to jak T-Rex, akorát je to horší T-Rex. mnohonásobně horší T-Rex. A potom je tam nějaká lochneska.
I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So like, you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical at places.
If Gaia... I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Tak jo, co nás čeká dál? Tyhle, to mohl být náš loot.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. More clips.
Careful now.
Oh.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries, 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Tak, další informace. Musím říct, že si to teda užívám. Už jsme měli mít dávno konec epizody. Ale jsme tady pod zemí, takže s tím nemůžeme nic jiného dělat.
All of this lost. The ancients' greatest gift to us.
Greatest? How about the fact we exist at all?
To abide in ignorance is a curse, Aloy. You of all people should know that.
Tak, akorát já si půjdu do dovedností a já chci vědět, proč nemůžu dělat nějaký ty likvidace. Tichý nebo jakýkoliv, prostě nějaký. No počkej, tady to takhle je. Aha, my to nemáme. No, hlavně, že máme tady to, že jo? OK. Nejlepší by byl tamhle ten.
Before the shadow. You're finished.
She's gone. You won't survive this.
Along once more.
What should have been a cave of wonders.
To vždycky tu zbraň použiju třeba jen na jednoho člověka nebo takhle, jo. To úplně potom ztrácí smysl. Tak, ještě někde tady byla ta rostlina.
Saving these for the trail.
A je to tady docela rozlehlý. Počkám, my máme jít tam tudy, to sice jo. Ale půjdu ještě sem s dovolením.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo.
Welcome to Hades, Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol, the ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia 200 years from now and this new biosphere you're growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos, spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh titan, getting worshipped by the eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
No, asi tak.
Looks like the only way onwards.
Tak, než to spustíme.
Are these what I think they are?
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Okay.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted Alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office. Like it used to
Us will benefit from antilopinate morphologies, though Caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good. You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Pěkný záznamy tady jsou. Tak, ale co jsme to chtěli dál? Jít dál. To 100%, akorát kudy. Jo, tudy máme jít, dobrý.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is, give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
OK. Tak teďkon kudy? Tady je to nějaký slepý. Nebo ne? Ne, tudy nemůžu jít. Jo, dá se to vypáčit, super. Tak, je tady ještě něco důležitého? Asi už ne.
Can't carry more. The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child. My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
If you're gonna go on babbling like this all night, could you just kill me now?
Oh no, we're in no hurry, you and I. Not now.
Maybe some physical torture to distract me from your voice?
At that moment, on the mountain, I aimed to kill you with dispatch, and yet did not. Why? This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
You're an idiot. A dangerous idiot, but an idiot. All this talk of destiny and fate. I'm sure Hades speaks the same language, doesn't he? You're being played for a fool. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then get in the cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus. Such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
Marja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold! Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, to consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die! Let her be the first of thousands!
Weapons are up on the platform. There's no way out of this ring.
Asi máme problém.
That pillar's weak. Another hit, and that pillar will come down. That makes a mess.
Už má to plný zuby.
Maybe those carcasses have parts I can use. That canister on its belly looks important. Those components on the sides of his head, they've got something to do with his sneak attacks. Ammunition.
Shadows. Kill her. Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself! So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time, then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corrupted to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans. Though, of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess. How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy. It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the sun ring at high noon. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the eclipse, not that you knew the man who killed who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Karja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who. Yeah!
Getting battered by this wind.
Tak, tady to teda ukončíme, takže měli jsme docela tady tu epizodu fakt dlouhou a jsem za ní i docela rád, protože byla fakt super. A takže se v další epizodě teda podíváme teda do naší domoviny a odkud pocházíme a tak. Takže děkuji moc za sledování, že jste koukali od začátku až do konce. Určitě budu rád za každou podporu, za každý komentář, like. Pokud jste ještě nedali odběr, určitě dejte se zvonečkem, aby vám neunikly další moje tvorby. Pokud mě chcete ještě finančně podpořit, nebo celkově mi udělat radost a tak můžete samozřejmě přes PayPal, který je v popisku videa. A v dalším díle teda zatím čau čau.